Welcome back, and another week of talking technicals. And of course, thank you so much for all the requests. And we're picking up that people are realizing that we also do a candle of the day, or in Afrikaans, a kers van die dag, where you can get two charts every day, which will show you the opportunity what the market can offer you. And we discussed the candle. There you are. We discussed the candles for you. We discuss the indicator, and we always tell you where you can buy and where you can sell and where is your stop loss. So this is a way of teaching yourself and get to know charts. Now, if we start off with the first request is Jubilee. Now, this guy loves Jubilee, so he would love to see what is happening with the company. And first of all, I would like to say that I like these higher lows. There's a level of R1.62. Then it's 165, 176, and then we see this 50-day moving average. It's actually working this 50-day moving average now, and the big thing now is, can Jubilee move above the 50-day moving average? Because then you know if it can get above that, it will tell you that the momentum to the top would like to carry on, and that medium-term investors will also be positive regarding the share. Now, if we look at it, first of all these higher lows makes us excited, but I will say, let's have a look at this little trend line. This trend line is showing you the downward momentum. And for me, first of all, the share needs to get above the 50-day moving average, sitting at 188. And of course, above 192, we will see the first proper move of breaking this little trend line, and that will be the first sign for me that the 50-day moving average is going to turn into a support and will remain a support. But as I said many a time in the past, just keep in mind that this 50-day moving average has shown in the past that the share can maybe move a while below that or even above that. So always keep that in mind, that if it moves above the 50-day moving average, it does not say that the share is going to move upward in a straight line. It can maybe do a lot of work before that happens. So if you do buy it then above that trend line there, make use of a stop loss. There's my stop loss of R1.80, and I will be happy if the share starts to move above 188. But for me personally, this will be the game changer, and that is that little high there. And the reason why I'm saying that is, let's have a look at the following. There's a few candles in the last 14 days that is working below this resistance of R2. And above R2, we will know one thing for sure. We will know that the 50-day moving average has turned into a proper support. And what do we know? That the momentum wants to move to the upside, and that there's maybe some upward momentum on the go here. Well, let's have a look if Jubilee can surprise us all. And if I do another little thing here, I can say, let's draw in a line here. And that line is telling us now we're sitting on a beautiful symmetrical triangle. And if it breaks above that and it breaks above R2, wow, it can maybe all the way go to R2.15 and even R2.20 to surprise us all. And if we look at the stochastic, there's a little bit of momentum here. It can still go a little bit higher. So plain and simple, yes, this needs to break the 50-day moving average. Stick to your stop loss, and above R2, you know that the share wants to advance higher. I've got a request to say that Brait, this person would like to build a long-term position in Brait because he's 100% sure that this company is on a recovery phase. Now, if I look at this, I will first of all say many months ago, we showed this triangle. We said if it breaks to the downside, we can see it all the way down to 283. And guess what? It wasn't that bad. The other day it went as low as, let's give you that level, it went as low as R2.90. I mean, let's close that. That is close to damn it, about 10 cents away. So let's have a look at it. And I'm looking here at a weekly chart. And because it's a weekly chart, I just want to move over to a 40-week moving average. 40 weeks, so that we can have a long-term moving average. And that immediately tells you that the momentum to the downside is still solidly in place. So let's have a look. First of all, if you want to build a long-term position, I would love to see the chart, first of all, above the 200-day moving average or 40-week moving average. But what do we see here? We see a falling wedge. Let's just draw in that line there. There's your 40-week. I always try to see if I can have more than 1 pound pointer, 2 pointers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests there. I like that. And this falling wedge will only break to the top above 3 rand and 14 cents. Above 3 rand 14 cents, you can maybe look at the chart, look at the stochastic. It's in no man's land. So for me, above 3 rand 14, it can maybe surprise us all. My stop loss, of course, will be this 2 rand 90 that I talked about. And what's my target? My target is this 40-week moving average, because that's exactly the width. Let's do that, and then you can see. I just want to draw that incorrectly. And if you extend that, and it will probably take us all the way, there you are. It will take us a little bit higher than that 40-week moving average. So I will stick to it that I like it at 364 for a target to the top. But of course, stick to your stop loss. Wait for the trend line to break this resistance line, and then it can have this wonderful move to the upside and maybe give you a nice bounce. But for the long term, if you want to buy it, I think wait for this 40-week moving average, because even fundamental players likes to use the 40-week moving average. Use this 40-week moving average as your guideline and only look above that line to start to accumulate some shares. But we never know. Maybe it can surprise us all the way. So let's look at Nvidia. Someone said to me the other day, it's not a case anymore of the S&P 500, it's now a case of the S&P 5. And the reason why I'm saying that is that he says that this chart is just going one way, and we've got like a lamp pole formation here. Well, he's not wrong. Let's have a look here. This is the weekly chart. I just want to clear all the things there. If you look at it one way from 140 Rand in January, can you believe that? In almost one move to the top, and it reached the other day 481. In actual fact, I think it can easily reach 500, because it looks like the momentum is just so strong. So where will be my first sign of weakness? In actual fact, I think it's too late to buy it now, because I mean the share had one massive rally. But if you look at the chart here, look at the stochastic on a weekly basis. It is rock solid at the top, moving between 80 and 100, and it just tells you that the momentum is solidly to the top and almost nothing can go wrong. But for me, there's one thing important. It must start to move below, and that's the low 416 and 49 $416.49. Below that, we will see the first sign of weakness. Although this candle is a strong candle, look at that upper shadow. That upper shadow tells you that there was a lot of nervousness here around it, but I mean the momentum is clearly to the up, and only below that I will get nervous. But to buy it, I think you're too late to buy. And of course, as we all know, a lamp pole formation usually turn around and surprise you to the bottom as well. But if you think about it, where can it go to? I'm going to use that top as my first target, because that was for a long time a resistance, and now it turned into a support. And maybe if we see some more downside, we'll probably can see it all the way down to 293 and even 347 if it really pulls back. But the momentum is strong. But this stochastic, it's like a marathon runner. It can never just outperform the market. Eventually, it will get tired. Let's see if we can maybe have time to look at Naspers. And remember, Naspers is one of the darlings of the market, as always. And I just want to see here, let's quickly do a sum here. There was the lamp pole formation. It's working on a base. Everybody will say, Frans, it's brewing here. It can maybe give us a beautiful rally. So let's see. For me, it's quite simple. I will say, listen, guys, if it really wants to give me a move to the top, if you see this as a bullish flag, then for me it is quite simple. The share needs to go and close above 3,463 Rand on a weekly close, because it is above the 40-week moving average. That is bullish, And if this bullish flag can continue, we can maybe see the share at 3,890 and even 4,000 Rand a share. Well, thank you for watching the show as always. And thank you for the loyal support and all the requests that we do receive. Thank you so much. And we will chat again. Visit our website www.fransdeklerk.com for more info, and we will chat again.